Okay, welcome. Quarantine version of surface area of a cone. Where does it come from? Okay, cone. Remember, the surface area is what makes up the cone or paints the cone. Okay, now, surface area of a cone. First thing you have to remember out of a cone is the slant height. That was a term that you were supposed to learn when we first talked about cones. Also, we talked about slant height with pyramids. Same idea. It's the distance from the edge of the cone here to the apex. Okay? So, if I want to create this cone, okay, creating the cone, first thing I need is the base. And the base of the cone is just this circle right here. Okay? So the first thing I need is this circle, which would be the radius of the cone times itself times pi. So the first part of our formula is going to be pi r squared. That's the base. Okay, now I need the lateral area. So here's the rest of my cone. I need the lateral area of this. Now, the lateral area, if I open this up, Pac-Man, no, the lateral area is actually what we call a sector. Okay, and what I did was I connected, now the formula for the sector, third quarter, you're welcome. Okay, I want to find the area of this sector. So what I did was I connected the rest of the circle so we know where this starts. So let's start with the 360. Where does the 360 come from? Well, the 360 actually comes from, let me open this up again. You see this slant height? Okay, if I open this up again, the slant height is actually the radius of my big circle with the dashes on it. Okay, so the 360 is actually the circumference of the circle, 2 pi r, except the radius in this case is L, which is the slant height. Okay, so 2 pi L. Now, how much of the circle do I have? Well, I'm going to go back here. Now, how much of that original, or how much of the sector am I talking about here? How much of the circle? Well, if I put it back together, isn't what makes up this sector actually the circle at the base? The circle that makes up the base. So this sector is actually the circumference of this circle. Well, the circumference of this circle is 2 pi r. So 2 pi r. Now, going back to this, okay, sector, okay, I want to find the area of all of this. Well, the area of this is pi r squared, but we just talked about that the radius of this is actually created from the slant height. So instead of pi r squared, I'm going to call that pi L squared. Notice the L, that's my radius. Okay. Now if I do some canceling, 2's cancel, pi's cancel. I have an L that reduces with this L right here. And now I have R times pi times L. This is actually the area of this sector right there. Well, now if I take that sector and add it to my original base, pi r squared, we just said that's pi r L. This is the surface area of a cone. Ooh, surface area of a cone. Pi r squared plus pi rl. You're welcome. Math just doesn't appear. We make it. Enjoy. Do some problems.